Hello there, everyone. I am the Benjamin. Welcome to my Minecraft Survival World Tour. Part 1. So I've been playing in this world since a good bit before Update Aquatic. And as a result, I've built a lot of things in this world. And so much in fact that I decided to split this world tour up in two halves. The first half, we're gonna be taking a look at all the Star Wars things I've done, the Jedi Temple, the Republic base and the mountain you see behind me, as well as Tatooine and Felucia and the Venator. And then in the second half, we're gonna be taking a look at the Doom stuff you see back there. There's a Jurassic Park behind the Jedi Temple you can see a glimpse of, as well as Emerald City and some other stuff as well. So without any further ado, let's get started into this tour. Also, let me know what your favorite things are in this world. I'll be very interested in reading your comments. As well as just show your opinions on what I have built here. I'm very curious. Anyway. Murder. We're starting off the tour here with the Jedi Temple. As well as the big area around it, that which I call Jedi Town. Now originally this area here was similar to that area there, but I tore it all down and I built something else instead. Here, this is where there used to be a big museum here, which is gone. There's now a big statue here, though. I really like these statues. You'll see this. You'll see more of those. This is the only remainder left of that museum here. But this is just a little park. Little park with a nice little bench. You can see the cacos. Caco, yeah, Doom Eternal, man, Doom Eternal. Anyway, if we move on, I have here this little gate area here, and then the first thing you see here is the beacon. This used to be underneath the Jedi Temple, way back at the old bedrock layer, but I moved it over here so I can actually see the beacon beam. Also, we have for this clock tower here. That's a clock tower. All right, and I did do something in it. And that is a little snow farm. I needed a bunch of snow for those mountains, so here's another statue. Yeah, very simple build. I think you can probably replicate it from just seeing this. But it gets the job done. Also, these here are supposed to be little Jedi homes. There's nothing in them, but they're homes. Maybe in the future I'll do interiors for all of those. Every other building here has interiors. Anyway, let's move into the Jedi Temple. Oh, actually, before we do that, the Jedi Temple was my first big mega project I did in this world. There used to be an older base here that I tore down. A big hill with like a little tunnel system throughout it. I tore that down to make place for this, and I took a while to get a good block palette going, and I ended up settling with this very interesting block combination, I think. But yeah, going to the main entrance. Jungle, so I wanted to keep it. I wanted to give it a little bit of a jungle aesthetic, but here we have some more statues of Jedi. I really love that block combination, by the way. So. Yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. And yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out. It's finally at a place now, I think, where I am happy with the temple. Especially with these statues. Anyway, there's a couple areas here that I can quickly hop into. We have here a little manual farm area. Nothing really too special, but no, just some farming that can be done here. There used to be a bigger farm there that went quite far down, but was a bit excessive, so. Also, we'll come back to the little pools there, because you might be wondering what that's about. Although you see the trident in my hotbar. Might have something to do with that. And here's the automatic farm area. For a melon farm, pumpkin farm, bamboo farm. I'm gonna farm a lot of this stuff for the bamboo blocks, of course. I'm gonna be using those everywhere because it's such a nice block. And then here's the honey farm, which I'm gonna actually take out and move elsewhere. And this is where I get a bunch of honey. Yeah, this place is lags up this area quite a bit when all the bees come out. So, yeah. Anyway, before continuing the temple itself, actually, let's go outside a bit because there's some more Jedi town around this place, and I have heard some more bamboo. I really love bamboo. It's such a nice atmospheric thing, and you can see this runs right alongside Jurassic Park. These are the fences holding the dinosaurs in. And if you want to see Jurassic Park, you're gonna have to watch part 2. Anyway, here is a certain area, certain room. This is the Council of Cat, of course, the Jedi Council. And now this originally is in one of the towers on the temple, but the towers are a bit too small to put this in there. So I put it in a separate building to the side, and I think it actually worked out in its favor, because we can see all the nice terrain around it. Nice little view of the river over there. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Let's move on into the temple again. So there's and the llama of love. Anyway, this here is the Jedi Temple Library, and over on this side here I put a little enchanting area. This is my first pickaxe and this is my first sword, and I just put them here at the enchanting area, quite fitting. All of these chests here are full with books. So anyway, and if we move to the other side, you can already see it. It's a big map. It's a big map. This is the entire console-sized world. This world used to be on the old PS4 edition of Minecraft before I ported it to Bedrock, and this is basically the entire world on the PS4. You can actually see the border as well of the blue. Yeah. I love exploring. You can actually see Felucia there and Tatooine over there. Yeah, it's just a nice map. Again, this might be something I move somewhere else, because this is also causing a bit of lag. Anyway, moving on to the second floor of the... Actually, let's go to the backyard here. There's the backyard. Yeah, and that's the entrance to Jurassic Park, and we have a little SpongeBob street. Again, if you want to see those things, you're gonna have to wait to part 2. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, how dare you. There's all some other stuff around here. You can walk all the way around the Jedi Temple in this little area, which is nice. But let's move on. Let's move to the second floor. The second floor of the Temple Library doesn't have that much. This is probably the only area in the temple that I might change up a bit, but on this side here, as I said, this used to be on the old PS4 edition, and when I ported the when I ported the world to Bedrock, a bunch of stuff broke. This used to be bamboo. It turned into gold horse armor. A bunch of other things turned into other things as well. That was a lot of fun to deal with. But we dealt with it. On the other side is a little enchanting, a little potion brewing area. That needs a lot of work. There's not even brewing stands over there. Anyway, let's move on to the next floor. This here is the smelting area. So we have here a little area with blast furnaces, normal furnaces, and then on this side here we have more furnaces and a little village area. These guys are just to trade emeralds real quick. This is kind of what the furnace area kind of looks like. This minecart is supposed to be up there. Whatever. And this is where I store some of the stuff to trade with. Yeah. That's floor 2.5, I guess, of the temple. This all used to be one big villager trading area. Again, it lagged the place up a bit. So we ordered 66 them. Anyway, this here is the top floor of the temple, and this is where I spend a lot of time actually. And so this is my main storage, as well as another map. This one is a bit more zoomed in, and this is the entire like base area. So here you have a little peek at Jurassic Park. Here's the clone base, we'll go there next. The arena, we'll go there too. Doom. And then here's the yellow brick road. And then there is Felucia. A little peek of that. A little peek of Felucia. And here's the Jedi Temple in the middle, of course. And in this here is where we're gonna do a future project. Utapau. Utapau. I love Utapau. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it in Minecraft survival here. In the back here I have here a little collection of banners that I made. Most of them are not very special, but some of them you'll see all over the world. I thought these were just fun to do. I especially like this one. And the chicken, the head, the boba. And I like all of them actually. Yeah. And here's some more storage. This is all my shulker boxes. There's 4 more on that side. A little thing with some wood. 4 more in here. And then here is all my here's all my ores. I'll show off those because I love mining and exploring, and it's just a lot of fun to do. So I'll do plenty of it. Here's all the molten down stuff. Yeah, I love exploring and mining. It's one of the reasons why this world is 950 something megabytes. Also, that's a lot of mob heads. Whenever there's a thunderstorm, I go to the arena and I farm mob heads with channeling trident. And unlike on Java, you can actually every mob killed by a charged creeper will actually drop its head if they can drop their head. So that's how I got that many. Really cool. Anyway, on each side is a little water elevator up to the roof. And yeah, this gives you nice views. They're fun. They're fun. Yeah. I'm so happy with Jurassic Park. I have to wait to part 2 to see it though. Yeah. Nice nice view of the entire area here. And let's give you a nice little area fly around of the temple too. Because it deserves it. So yeah, this was my first big project I have ever done in Minecraft, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I think it is beautiful. And very colorful too. Now, Jedi Town is not just around the temple. That actually continues up that way a bit. So let's go deeper into Jedi Town, shall we? So here's a little chicken farm. We'll get a bunch of eggs, and the chickens have died. Yeah, okay. Wonderful! You barely ever need eggs for anything, but yeah. That's another thing, you saw those 2 leads in there. When I ported this world to Bedrock, there was a lot of things that glitched out, and one of those things is that every mob that was in the world before I ported it has leads attached to them. So, yeah. Here's another little conduit. There's 2 conduits underneath the Jedi Temple. Yeah. I love conduits, they're great. Anyway, let's move on to the clone base. Alright, up to the second half of Jedi Town, and the second part of the tour. This here is some more Jedi Town. It's exactly the same as elsewhere. Again, I might do interiors for them. Those were some really interesting houses to design, by the way. But this is the arena. As I said earlier, this is where I go if there's a thunderstorm. So go and farm heads. And I had to put a couple of them on display. I can't wait for more mob heads to be added, because I mean, we're getting a piglin head. I hope we get like a zombie piglin and stuff too. Maybe like an enderman, that kind of stuff. It would be really cool to just farm more heads. Witch head would be cool too. This is the arena. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's very dangerous coming here without armor. But yeah, it's quite nice. As you can see on the second floor here, again, the walls are not connected to one another, except in that corner. And there's a reason for that. as just like some blocks changing and the mobs having leads attached to them. That's another thing that happened when I ported the world to Bedrock. I actually made good use of that in Tatooine, without not fixing it. But if we continue this way, we'll end up in a little mushroom corner. You have to watch part 2 to see that though. So again, more mob heads on spikes. I really love the look of this. It's just so cool. We have some more up in the higher area too. Let's do a quick little fly around of this little area too before we go into the clone base, because it's worth it. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, but Reptide is the reason why I have those water pools in the temple. But yeah, it's the arena from the top. It's similar to the Jedi temple, but I changed up the shape a bit. And here's the clone base. So this was something I built after Tatooine, I believe. And I recently upgraded it to be more similar to what I have over in Felucia and the Venator. We'll go there next, I think. So V19, so Y-wing over there with a nice like reddish color scheme. Little command center, LAAT, command post. I love command post. Classic Battlefront 2, of course. Dice 1 too. And these are all crates. These are like little small boxes. Those are real big boxes. And then there's also this one too. This is more like a power battery thing, I believe. But yeah. There is also an interior to the base, of course. And here we have more vehicles, bark speeders and ATRTs, as well as just a bunch more crates. And wow, you saw that right. There is villages here. This is a villager trading area. This here is the barracks. This is where all the villagers sleep. Then if we go back here, we have... Oh, he escaped. He escaped. Oh no. Anyway, this is the armory, as well as some more storage. Let's follow this guy along. As long as he doesn't get out, that's fine. Anyway, over this way we have a little bit of a long hallway. I might actually build a couple rooms along this hallway in the future. Who knows? And then here is a Jedi Interceptor. And this is also going to have a nice view of the upcoming Utapau project. I'm going to do 3 sinkholes in this area. Gonna start working on Utapau after this World Tour comes out. It's gonna be a lot of digging, lots of TNT explosions, but it's gonna be quite fun. Anyway, there's a couple more rooms in the temple here. Here's the cafeteria. Not simple. These are the little, just imagine there's a kitchen back there, and these are the little like food dispenser area things. Where did the villager go? I don't know. Maybe he walked back in. Here we have where all the villagers work out. I mean, this is the gym. No, the stone cutter room. Where they all work. There's also a nitwit here and a farmer. The farmer actually actually traveled here all the way from the Jedi temple. Just kind of showed up here once. This is the final room here in the temple. The base. This is the medical room with some back tanks, some little recovery rooms. And there's also a bunch of cats over there. And that's the clone base, basically. The mountain is completely custom built, of course. So when I built this... yeah, all these mountains here, by the way, all around the Valley of Doom and this mountain we're on right now. They're all custom. They didn't used to be there. I think they add a lot of nice atmosphere to this area. I might actually build a couple more mountains that way towards Utapau or something. But yeah, let's move on to Felucia. This is my favorite area in this world, by far. My favorite thing I've ever built in Minecraft, I think. A completely alien custom biome here. And every block you see here has been placed by hand by me. I've done a build series for this and a separate tour for this area as well. But we're gonna go over this area again, this world tour, as well as the Venator, which has a full interior too. And I did a build tutorial for that way back. It's decent. You might have some trouble watching it though, but yeah. Let's start the Felucia tour, because there's a lot here. Here we have the docks. This is where this is kind of like the entrance here. We have a nice view of the Venator underneath. You can see a ship there. The Guardian Temple. We'll go there. We'll go past that a little bit. There's nothing in there anymore, but there used to be a farm there. Yeah, there's a little Felucian huts, and this. When building this, copper came out as well as candles. So of course I had to immediately use them in this project, and turned out really well. Also, this place is completely spawn-proof. And it looks beautiful at night because, well, Felucia, all the plants are bioluminescent, just like your Minecraft. AKA, just hit torches everywhere. And yeah, this is just such an awesome place. Doom, Doom Eternal. Oh. If you want to see the Valley of Doom, you're gonna have to watch part 2, I'm afraid. That's a little tease. Yeah. But yeah, there's a little battlefield, or the remains of one. There's a bunch of craters in the ground, some destroyed vehicles, and yeah. I mean, look at this place, right? I'm so happy with this project. It's so good looking. Oh, it's so cool. We have here a crashed V-wing, which is my favorite Starfire, by the way. So we have to do it to him. And if we go this way here, this is one of my favorite areas in Felucia. This is the Sarlacc, and this is a beauty. You'll see another Sarlacc in Tatooine, which is yeah. I've improved quite a lot in my building skills since Tatooine, so yeah, you'll see that in the mountains too here. If you could, when we get to Tatooine, you'll see what I mean. What's that? Oh, but anyway, there is a little bit more here because this is not just a static thing. There's actually something in here. That is right, more mopeds, and a bunch of sheeps are getting digested here, and it's a wool farm. It's a wool farm. There's not all the kinds of sheep in here. I might actually add like a second floor or something to add the other sheep, but for now we have this. I think this looks really fun, right? Bunch of heads and stuff. I love using mopeds for decoration, if you couldn't tell. And this is the way out. It's a bit a bit crude perhaps, but hey, you know, what you gonna do? Then if we go over this way here, we have a Felucian village. Also that, oh, it's a thunderstorm. Now if I wasn't doing a world tour, I would be going to the arena, but I'm gonna sleep this away. I don't need the heads anyway, so it's fine. Also, fire spread is off, so nothing can burn down. But yeah, this is the village. More houses, little water tower. Here's a little farm area. This is based off of something you see in the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch. Bad Batch? What did I say? No, Battlefront 2, Bad Batch. Little farm area. Get another farms around here's place. Some more houses. And there's a little path here that leads back to the Sarlacc. But yeah, the block palette for this was very interesting to come up with, especially the rocks, right? The cobble and the granite. I don't think I've ever seen that combination before in anything, except in this. But I built this myself, so. But yeah, and then the plants themselves too. I have like 4 or 5 different like versions of this one. 2 versions. There's this little like lower area here, which has a super awesome area in this. That was completely accidental find when I started this project. I found a mob spawner here, and yeah, so we had to do something with it, and yeah, this is all the loot that was in it. The exact chest. I moved the chest around, but yeah, little dungeon. I want to do more kind of things like this with other mob spawners. But yeah, and then if we go over this way, we have a nice view of the temple and the ships. Yeah, That one has no interior either, but that one does. And that one has something inside too. Let's go to the Guardian Temple actually. As you can see, there is a little bit of a dock here and some lampposts. You know, kind of similar to what we had where we started in Felucia. Yeah. Big conduit up here, and I wonder what the Felucians are doing with this temple here. Yeah. I still have to figure out how to put a farm in here, but I'm not in a hurry for that. Also, you can see some back of Felucia there. Yeah. There's one more area on Felucia though, and that is the clone camp. This is a second clone base. You know, I love clone bases as you know, I am a Lego Star Wars guy too, and if you know Lego Star Wars guys, we love our clone bases. And this is not necessarily a base, more like a camp. But actually, there's one more area after this too. Yeah. Again, this was done before the base we just were earlier. So yeah, more bark speeder, ATRT, another gunship. I love this gunship design. I did build the turrets for some of these vehicles, although I had to redesign the gunship to fit the Venator. Another V-wing. Here's the Bad Batch shuttle, the Havoc Marauder, right? Season 2 is airing as we speak. As we are recording this. When I built this, Season 1 was airing, so... Yeah. Here's and just the entire area here. A nice aerial view. And yeah. So with that consular figured over there, I'm gonna build another one with the like gray color scheme that it had in the Clone Wars show over at Utapau. So yeah, I just really like the red color scheme, and I had to put it here. Anyway, there's one more area before we go into the Venator here. It's the Separatist base. This is based on the Clone Wars. There's also more jungle around this place as well. But yeah. And we have a big crashed gunship, which was the thumbnail, of course. And yeah, it's a beautiful area here, super immersive. I was originally gonna do a bunch of starfighters flying around in the sky, but I decided to not do that, and instead have this be kind of like the aftermath of a battle. So here we have one of the only ways into the base. The main door is unoperational, but the clones blast their way through in the corner here, and this is the main door. We have some snail tanks and a Shatapede shuttle, as well as another command post. And the reason the Separatists have built their base here is this here. We'll come back to that, because that's linked to Tatooine actually. Yeah, let's do a quick little fly through of this area, and then we'll move to the Venator. Classic village. That one used to actually be over here, but we moved it over there. But yeah. This is a beautiful place, I think. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite things I've ever done in Minecraft. But yeah, let's go into the Venator. Because this was my favorite thing I built in Minecraft before I built Felucia, and it's my favorite ship in Star Wars too. Big favorite capital ship. If you've seen the build tutorial for this, I have since updated this with the deep slate stuff, and yeah, it looks super cool. It has a full interior. It's super crammed in there though, but yeah, little door from Revenge of the Sith. Yes, let's get inside of the Veni. Another Jedi interceptor, another Jedi starfighter over here. Some other ships. All these are familiar by now, right? A Z95. This one is really nice as well. There's another bomber. This one is in the blue color scheme, like the one at the base. TX-130, this one is not destroyed. Some more ships. Another Jedi interceptor. That one is taking off. And then some more ATRTs and speeders. Here. Yeah, this place turned out super awesome. There's also a maintenance deck down below, and we have here a gunship that's being dismantled and worked on. So we have all the different components of it. And then over here in the ventral hangar, we have another Y-wing. This one is being worked on. I took the engine covering off here. This may or may not be the same Y-wing that Y-wing in that Rex and Ahsoka escaped in. It's a reference to that. It's not the same Y-wing, but yeah. Here's another ship being worked on. Now imagine this is a door and there's just more maintenance bays behind it. Obviously there's not, but yeah. Now this hangar bay is based off of Dice Battlefront 2, as well as the movies, but you can fly all the way through the nose as well. The other stuff in this interior though is based on the Clone Wars show, as well as the bit of Fallen Order and the classic Battlefront 2. So this here is the auto turret defense mainframe. If you played classic Battlefront 2, you hopefully recognize these rooms. It's the life support systems. In classic Battlefront 2, you could go in the ship and blow these things up, and you could sit in these chairs and use the big cannons on the outside. This is the shield generator. Here behind it we have escape pods, and then on the other side here we have the engine control kind of maintenance things with the big green tubes at the back. That was such a blast to recreate from the classic Battlefront 2, and I hope I did it justice. I did my best. And here's something from Fallen Order. When I played through Fallen Order, and I was like, I need to build this in Minecraft somehow. And when we did the Venator, I found the space to put this in, and here it is. That's definitely what it is. Okay. If we move up the turbo lift, we have here behind here we have all the little rooms. This is an Enderman that drowned while building the Venator, so we had to immortalize him. It fell in the water, and it didn't teleport away. This is the barracks, and then again, imagine that this is a door and it just continues on. Even though that's a bad example. Damn. This is very tight. This is very tight in here. Okay, that's what she said. If we move over here, we have for the classic Venator hallways. This is supposed to be like a Death Star lights kind of thing. And then here is the bridge control. Probably one of the most important rooms in the Venator, beside the bridge, right? And if we move over here, we have a little viewing area of the training area. And here we have a shooting range. A shooting range. And on the other side, we have, just like in the clone base, a cafeteria. This one again has those food dispensers, which are actually dispensing food. Again, this is super tightly packed in here, and there's barely any room around this. And here's the armory, a smaller one as in the clone base. But just again, imagine this is a door and it continues on to more rooms like this. Also, again, this is super tightly packed in here, and this is the top of the shield generator. So moving on to the next floor. This one is a little bit more spacious. This here is the kind of like turbo lift control and the prison block. So this is kind of like the double blast doors. Holding cells over here. We have some mobs here for interrogation. How did this bee lose a stinger and not die? That's why he's here. And then we have here a very special separatist leader here that's being being put in this holding cell here. So that's what these are. Interrogation cells, holding cells. Yeah. Moving on to the next floor. There's one more floor after this. Kind of. This here's the med bay. This here's the recovery room. The thing that you see there on the right. This is supposed to be a medical droid. This is one of the only rooms in here with a window. Except if you count the bridge control Except if you count the bridge and the hand control, of course. Nice. Some more back to tanks. And again, some more beds for people to recover in. Again, imagine this door. This is a door, and then it kind of moves on to more stuff like this. This is based on Hoth, actually. So that final floor of the Venator, and then we'll move on to Tatooine here. It's the bridge. Oh, ooh, gets in there. And again, it's very tightly packed, and somehow I managed to fit in all the crucial details that the bridge has. This here's a little like hollow deck table thing. If you played like Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, yeah, you might remember that. A little bit of the pits where the officers sit, and then here's a view of the ship and the Venator and stuff. Again, very tight and small, but big enough to actually put something in here. Barely. It's a miracle that I actually put all this in here. Because I put more in this than I actually initially expected. So, yeah. Props to that. Anyway, that's the Venator. Let's move to let's finally move to the final area of part 1 of the tour. Here we are. This here is a bit of a secret structure here, and well, let's see what's on what this portal connects to, shall we? Oh, it worked, but I feel different all of a sudden. This is weird. This is weird. Oh, But I think we are on Tatooine now. And yeah. This here is some ancient temple. Who built this? I don't know. But a big Kazanti freighter crashed in there. I designed the entire ship, but I didn't build the entire thing. I just built the head of it. The original plan was to build the entire ship above Tatooine, but I didn't do that. Maybe I still could, but hey, you know. So, pancake cape for pancake face. Yes, yes. And this here is just every tunnel here. This temple leads to a different portal, except one which leads to the actual Tatooine. This one leads to the end portal. I want to actually redo this a bit, make this this sinkhole pit a bit bigger, and then have like a bit of more of the temple down there. That's another project for another day, though. But yeah, it's a shame that ship crashed in here, because there was another portal back there too, to another dimension, but we will never know what that is. Wait till you see me. At the end of this, I'll fly around this area and you'll see where we actually are. Because I mean, we are deep in the Tatooine mountains, of course. I mean, where else could we be? Above an ocean? No way. Anyway, if we follow this tunnel, we end up here in Tatooine. This is Tatooine. After the Jedi Temple, I was like, I need to make Tatooine or some kind of big Star Wars project, and I decided to go with Tatooine because it's just a desert with stuff in it. You know, it's not a Felucia, it's not an Utapau, it's just a desert. So I did go a bit further than I originally intended, but yeah, this place is my first, after the Jedi Temple, my first big like mega project area thing, I guess. Yeah, I recently went in there and did some stuff at Boba's Palace, so should we go there first? Let's start with the Sandcrawlers and the Lars Homestead. So here we have Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Say hello to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. And then of course they're very hospitable people, so we can just walk right in. They're home. And here we have the big sinkhole. Here's the dining room and the kitchen back here. And here's the room where R2 placed a little "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi" message, where 3PO takes an oil bath. All these doors have nothing behind them, just dark void. But maybe in the future I could come back and do stuff behind them or something, but probably not. You see that all throughout Mos Eisley too, and Boba's palace. There's not much in, there's no interiors here. Except for like 3 buildings here and there. 2 Sandcrawlers, this one is interior, that one don't. I tried to make the interior as accurate as possible. So here we have a little part where they keep all the junk and droid parts. Here's some more junk and droid parts. This is a little like crane system to move stuff in. Here's another little pulley system to move stuff up to the 2nd floor. Here is a little like furnace area where to power the entire thing, and then this little like wheel that moves the thing. And this the bridge. The bridge. I have a nice view of the area, I think. Oh, it's getting dark. Perfect, 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 perfect. Because this place, I decided to not light this up, and instead have you stay dark at night. That does mean though that there's a bunch of mobs spawning. Let's put the lighter on. Oh, I wasn't gonna do that yet. Damn it. But yeah, this place looks really cool at dark. It's just mobs everywhere, so maybe not the best of ideas to get it dark, but yeah. I wanted to use light as a tool here and not as a necessity. I did the same thing for Felucia, but that place is fully bioluminescent, so I could just hide torches underneath the ground everywhere. Anyway, if you remember, earlier I said something about the walls. I intentionally didn't fix it for Tatooine. When I built this, iron bars didn't connect to walls yet, but since then they do. However, this is where that glitch that happened when I ported the world to Bedrock comes in my favor, because the walls are not connected to these things. Because otherwise all these moisture evaporators everywhere would have been ruined, and yeah. Good for me. Here's Boba's palace. This is based off of the Clone Wars, actually. The Clone Wars movie, in fact. There's a nice like aerial shot of Jabba's palace at the time. And this is kind of the configuration of the palace that I chose. And again, as a nod to the Clone Wars, I built Obi-Wan's starfighter here. That is a little secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. Okay. Before we go to the palace, there is a little bit more here. I mean, this is the sail barge and some other stuff. There's an interior. I'm not gonna try to go in there. And here is another Sarlacc. Which one is better, this one or the one in Felucia? God, I don't know. I don't know which one is better. Yeah. Yeah, and of course I could come back here and update this to make it a bit more better and make the mountains better, but I'm not going to. You know, there's a bit of charm here to leave stuff like how they were when I first built them. But yeah, let's move into the temple. This is a skyhopper that's landed. There's one above Mos Eisley that is flying. But let's move into the palace. So here is some Gamorrean guards. They can't escape because they're too tall to fit underneath this. Though Pancake Face, he can fit underneath it though, so that's fine. Yeah, just a bunch of little side rooms for some random junk. A little mud pit. That was in Battlefront 2. The windows here you can actually look through. There's not much to look through, but yeah, you can if you want. Yeah, some Boba Fett banners. I thought it was a fun little thing to try and do, and it worked out really well. There is some fence gates here though, because there's a bunch of random aliens and stuff in this area. We have here Kadaf, Gamorrean guards, I mean, and some other aliens. This is where originally Haunted Carbonite was, of course. Back here we have little prison cells, and then here is, of course, the throne. I have more than just this throne in this world, by the way. You had to watch part 2 for the other throne, though. But no Minecraft world is complete without a throne. So, you know. Anyway, There is of course a Rancor pit down here. Yeah, let's just fall down here. And yeah, really nice Rancor build. I did a tutorial for this back in the day, so if you want to build it, you can probably find a tutorial for it on the channel. And this is the door that kills it, of course. It's a bit too big perhaps, but it's really nice. Anyway, the way out is some more Boba's Palace stuff, some staircases, and I could potentially add more stuff back here, like the palace hangar, right? But yeah, I did add other stuff though, because originally that was all the interior here, but I added some more to it. Added this room here, which turned out really awesome, I think. This addition to the palace. So here we have. Let's just go all the way up to the top floor. This is Boba's little bacta tank. If you waterlock a bed, you can't sleep in it, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I understand that, right? Because you'll drown. That's a nice view of the area. You can see some little behind the scenes as well. Nothing too major though. Yeah, same kind of light that was in the main throne room as well. Yeah, that was really fun to design this. To come back here and to design more. So here we have where Fennec Shand sleeps, I guess. And then next door we have the disco room or the party room. If you played any of the Lego games, very complicated redstone. You wouldn't understand it even if I explained it. But yeah, I want to add more disco rooms like this in other places too. I'm definitely gonna build one of these in Utapau. Maybe I'll add one of these to the clone base or the Jedi temple. And when the music disc stops playing, the floor stops as well. Here's the dining room. Again, another one of those big lamps. That was actually really fun to actually manage to bring that element back. Ties it all together. Just a big banquet, lots of food. More of the Boba banners. And then here's the final room. This is a kitchen. This is my second favorite kitchen in this world, I think. Big piece of meat. My favorite is in Jurassic Park. Gonna have to watch part 2 for that though. Here's the meat storage. Because, you know, meat is important. And here's the food storage. And this is the secret tunnel that leads back to the outside you saw when we before here. Actually, we are done with the interior here, so let's go and do that actually. Yeah. I wonder what was in it. Perhaps like a couple droids or something. Who knows? And here we have a bantha herd. I love these banthas. I love banthas. And this is an attempt at me building them. You know what Minecraft mobs looks like a bantha? A sniffer. They look like banthas. Kinda, a little bit. Yeah. Mos Eisley. This is what started this project. And we're not going there yet. There's something on the high ground here. I wonder who could live on the high ground. I don't know. A certain old hermit. Crazy old hermit. He likes to say hello there, I think. It's Obi-Wan's hut. It's here from the Kenobi show. I could add that. I could also add like the big like Crate Dragon cave from the Mandalorian as well. I mean, that'll be pretty cool, I think. But and maybe I will in the future. Who knows? I definitely want to put like a gold farm here or something, right? Like an overworld gold farm. You can do that on Bedrock. So yeah. Here's some more banthas, and well, they are traveling single file in a line, and you know what that means? Tusken Raiders. They also have saddles on, so this is kind of like tucked away in the corner for a reason, because they're Tusken Raiders. You know, they should be tucked away in the corner a bit. But yeah, here's the little Tusken Raider camp. This is where they keep the banthas, feed them, and Here's the little village with their huts. Little meat hut. Little junk hut. Was there any other huts? No, I don't think so. There's a... I thought it was a big pile of junk here too. Yeah, there. Where they got the junk, they stole it from people, of course. But yeah, this little corner here is probably the most colorful one. Part of me kind of wants to go through the entire desert and put like birch wood in the floor, because it does add a nice splash of color that it desperately kind of needs. But final thing before going to Mos Eisley, a couple more things. Imperial shuttle, and as you can see, the Skyhopper is being chased by some TIE fighters. It has an interior, but not that much, you know, just some chairs. And these are some crates. These are yeah, these are supposed to be kind of like the Kyber crates from Jedi. Then there's also here a couple of skeletons. This here is a crate dragon, of course, and I want to do more of these fossils. Maybe in this project, or maybe make like a big fossil dig site or something. There's another one over there. So let's move into Mos Eisley now. So Mos Eisley was something I have tried to build before in Minecraft, but I kind of gave up on it the first time around. It was on the old Pocket Edition. Way back. I managed to build the outside wall and whatnot. But yeah, this is partially based, this is for the most part based on Battlefront 2. A little bit of the classic Battlefront 2 in there though, and some Mandalorian here and there, but yeah. Again, no interiors, but just a bunch of junk on the streets and moisture evaporators and the occasional speeder, and just a bunch of houses. And there's the big ship. This is one of the most crucial parts of the Mos Eisley skyline, together with the flight control tower. It's over in that corner. Yeah. Behind this ship here we have a bit of a scrap yard. ATST heads, like a big engine, some ship parts, like parts of wings, cockpits, that kind of stuff. And then we have a little work area, and then this is one of the few areas here that has an interior, because it has an open roof. So this is La Llama. He's the owner of this shop. Yeah, that rocket was a pain to design, by the way, because it's on an angle, and I'm not very good at building stuff on angles. The cantina, yes, of course. And there's a bunch of wacky aliens in here, including Tyrone, the bartender, and of course the cantina band. Right? Of course we need to have them here. There's Tortoise, the turtle, as well as some other rascals here that you will find in this place. Yeah, you can walk through this area for quite a while and keep discovering new stuff. Maybe one day I'll do interiors for everything here, but that'll be a very large undertaking because there's a lot of buildings here. Yeah. Let's go over to this way. A little lowered area. Kind of spruce it up a little bit, you know. Spruce. Great. This is this area is basically like a direct copy of the Mos Eisley map in Battlefront 2. The Bazaar command post, I believe, what it's called. And that's the cantina, of course. Yeah, this is another one with an interior. Here is a donk. And if we go back here, we have the flight control tower. But yeah, this place, there's a lot here. There's so much here. Some big pieces of meat above fire. Right, it's kind of like a food market kind of thing almost. Then the final corner here is the docking rings, or the hangar base. Here's a better look at the TIE fighters. Pretty simple builds for a simple ship. So here we have like the control. The Slave 1 and more Boba banners, because it's Boba's Slave 1. It's Boba's Starfighter. Shh. Yeah. These docking rings were really fun to do. Originally I was only going to put one in, but I was like, you know what, there's space for two. So there's two. That's how that works, yes. And there's a little low area with some more mopeds on spikes. This is based on the Mandalorian. When he first shows up here, there's a bunch of stormtrooper helmets on spikes. That's what that is. And talk about the Mandalorian. There's a ship. There is his starfighter, his new N1. Originally, we can't have it anymore. Also, I didn't really like the design for that thing, so I built an N1 starfighter instead. Now, part of me really would like to build this perhaps out of like yellow blocks and stuff, have it actually be in the Naboo color scheme. But we have to wait till the bamboo stuff to have some kind of yellow slab, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the second docking ring. There's one little corner here again, most eisley. Just some more houses and streets and whatnot. You know, just your typical Mos Eisley stuff. And well, that does it for part 1 of the world tour. One more thing here on Tatooine, I almost forgot. I want to show off the kind of like immersion breaking stuff. There's the temple that's in the middle of the Tatooine mountains. I got one shot by a trident while doing that. And here's kind of like the entire exterior here. It's like a big bowl of just sandstone with Tatooine in the middle. It's just really fun, you know. That's where I go to mine sand, you know, just mine sand below Tatooine, right? Why not? Yeah, there's also like a river running through this. If you want to see me building this, I did a build series for this, just like for Felucia, and just like what I'm gonna do for Utapau. But that concludes Tatooine, and now it's time to finish this video off. Not like that though. So I thank you very much for watching part 1 of the world tour. Part 2 will be coming out relatively soon after this one. And yeah, again, like and this in the beginning, let me know what your favorite part of this world is, and yeah, I'll be down in the comments reading your stuff. I'll have a bunch of playlists for the building series and some of the build tutorials that I've done as well. So if you want to go and check some of that stuff out, go and do that. Also, I'll be doing Utapau shortly after this tour comes out. So yeah, if you don't want to miss that, like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on, because Utapau is going to be crazy. Maybe not as crazy as Felucia, but it's still going to be crazy. I very much thank you for watching all the way through this video, or if you skip through the video still, I thank you for watching it regardless. And well, I'll see you in part 2 of the world tour. Bye!